Well, hello, welcome again to a reading through of Sophocles, Philoktetes, and I got up to line 254. So this is a so-called rhesus, or long speech of Philoktetes. It falls into roughly three unequal sections, 254 to 284, and then 285 to 299 and 300 to 316. I'm going to do the first of these sections in this recording. So in this he tells Neoptolemus about himself, who he is, and his situation. O pol ego moktheros hopikros theois. O I, most wretched, or perhaps in sore distress, and the pola is adverbial. So I in much sore distress, or I in sore distress muchly. O one who is bitter to the gods, of whom neither is there a Claydon, there is no news or report, perhaps the poo at all. Now you've got to supply a moo here, and it's there was no report of me being thus. So this is echo plus an adverb. So of whom there is no report back home of me being in this situation, neither anywhere in the land of Greece. So the verb we're going with Claydon is dealt there. So neither has any report of me being thus, has it gone through back to home, nor anywhere in the land of Greece. Then poo at all. But they, the ones having kicked me out, ones having thrown me out, anocio, in an unholy way, they laugh, they mock. And again we get echo plus an adverb, although we do say keeping silent. So being in silence or keeping silence. So there's we've got the men here, so they did this, but my disease continually, this is from Philo, continually blooms, or has bloomed, it's perfect. So my disease continued, well, we say to continue to get stronger. And it comes capimadzon, it comes upon me even more. O teknon, O pai patros ex Achilleos, O child, O son from your father Achilles, I am that man, I here am that man for you. So I am indeed that man, whom perhaps you are hearing about, that you hear about. It's present, we would put it in the past in English, whom perhaps you've heard about, being the despotain, being the master of the Heraclean weapons. In other words, being master of the Heraclean, well, it's bows, but it is hoplon here, weapons. Hot to poiantos pais Philoktetes, finally gives the name. So the son of Pias, Philoktetes, whom Hoidissoi strategoi, the two generals, this of course refers to Agamemnon and Menelaus, Ko for Kai Hot, and the lord of the Cephalonians, of course is Odysseus, Eripsan from Ripto, hurled disgracefully, here alone, or here desolate, here deserted. Cata Finonta, wasted away, so perhaps wasting away by a wild, literally, disease. Having been struck by, now the karagmati, it's literally an engraving, but generally translated here as a savage a savage bite, literally a bloody bite. Some people, for phoineo, bloody, some people read agrio, meaning savage. Take either one, doesn't matter, I don't think. They're both rather ghastly. So having been struck by either the savage mark, if you want to get the sense of this, or the bloodied mark of the man-destroying snake, the echidna, the man-destroying snake, and they, oh boy, they went off, having placed me here, alone or desolate, deserted. Sun hay, the hay is referring back to Knossos. Knossos is the second declension, it's a feminine noun, hey Knossos, and this is feminine. Relative pronoun here, so me having been smitten, having been struck by this either wild or murderous imprint, or bite, if you like, of the man-slaying snake, or viper, they, having placed me here deserted, so left alone, they went off, so to me, along with it. So having placed me along with it, with this disease. When they put in here, in their their nautical expedition, literally their ship stepping expedition, so their nautical expedition. So when they put in here from the sea on their nautical expedition, tote as menoi me Hosadein, at that time they being pleased when they saw me sleeping, ek polu salu. Well, some people have written various things on this. It could mean as a result of, so he was sleeping as a result of, well, a painful episode, literally much shaking, that is from this disease, because this is typically what he does. He has an episode of the disease and then he falls asleep. However, others, such as Shine, for example, in his commentary, say it refers to the rocky sea voyage and translate after much tossing at sea. So you can take it either way. You should have a look at the commentaries on this. So they at that time were pleased when they saw me sleeping after, well, much shaking, and having left me, and I put a comma in here, having left me in the roofed rock, so the overarching rock on the seashore, they went off from oikomai, off they departed. Hoia photidus moro, such things as, let us apply the verb to be, such things as are for a ill-fated man. So in other words, enough for a poor wretch. So having left rake, rags, it's cognate with our word rags, it's connected with ragnumi, things that are torn off, broken off. So having left by a rake, this is neuter plural, it's from rakos, third declension neuter. So having left a few rags, such as might be for a poor wretch, and a little also, a little, I'm going to go to the next page here. The tit goes with the epiphelema. The meaning of that's pretty clear, but the word itself is only here in all of Greek, apparently. So a certain small assistance, certain small help and then we had boras on the previous page of food. So a small amount of food, we might to get this in to assist me. Now they did that in order that they could not be accused of having starved him to death. Otherwise there would be miasma upon them. If they left him with nothing, then that would be a terrible thing, but they said, no, we'll leave you with a bit of food and then it's up to you to look after yourself. And then he says, hoi autois tukoi. So this is an optative of wish from Tumkano. So may such things happen to them. So he's very emphasizing the bitterness that he feels. Sude teknon, but you, O child. Poion me anastasin dokes auton beboton ex hupnus stenai pote. It's a rhetorical question here. So dokes, I've translated it here as, can you imagine, literally, what sort of getting up there was for me to get up at that time from my sleep after they had gone. A genitive absolute here. This is from Bino. So it's something like, to paraphrase it a little bit, after they had gone, can you imagine literally what sort of risings there was? So how I rose, what sort of rising there was for me to stand up, to get up after my sleep at that time. Stenai, probably for anastenai, to get up. So can you imagine and it's cognate then with the anastasis. So you're going to take these two together, I think. So can you imagine what sort of rising there was, rising to arise, at that time in regard to me when I rose from my sleep? It's slightly contorted in the Greek here. What sort of things I wept over? In what way did I weep? And what sort of evil things did I lament? This is from ap oimosdo. So this is an aorist infinitive. These are two aorist infinitives. So what sort of things I wept over, and what sort of evil things I wailed over. Me seeing on the one hand the ships, now this will be plural here I think, the ships which which I used to have, enostolia, this is an imperfect, so which being in control of, I used to command, I used to be the direct the ship. Passas bebosas, again from Bino, literally having stepped on, so we would say having set foot on them all. So there's that, so he sees the ships, and then contrasted with that, but there being no man entopon in this place on the island, nor not so no one who would help me, would assist me, no one who might help, nor anyone, nor who, sullamboito, optative from sullambano, to help in this to take to oneself and to help. So nor anyone who might help me, understood, camnonti, labouring in from my disease, from my illness. Panta descopon heuriscon uden plain eniasthe paron. And looking around, panta, probably everywhere here, looking around at all things, so looking around everywhere, I found nothing present, that's a participle, going with uden, nothing present except, and you've got to supply, I think, here tot to make this into articular infinitive. So the verb here is anguish, ania is to be in pain. So you've got to supply tot here. So looking around, I saw nothing else present except for anguish and much abundance of it, that is, of anguish, O teknon, my boy. So that is the first part of the long speech of Philoktetes.